Hey guys, how's it going? Sorry, this is actually my second stream of the day. For some reason, my default setting on my YouTube streams. Oh, hang on a second. Dexter sounds like Dexter's actually waking up, so I might have to end this one, guys. Just 1 second. Yep. Sounds like he's actually waking up. Hopefully he's not. He's just groaning a little bit. So we'll just see. Okay, I'll just keep an eye on that. Yeah, for some reason my default setting on my streams was set to unlisted. So I actually came on yesterday and this is like no one was watching. So I was just like, what the hell's going on? Did the same thing again this morning. Came on about 6 a.m. and no one was watching. No one was filling up the chat. And yeah, I was just like, what's going on? Because every time I've streamed, I've seen people watching. So I might have to end this early, but I'm hoping that I'll be able to do one later today when he's actually when he's actually asleep. Now, I just want to give a quick shout out to 9A Films. He's the one that actually made that thumbnail today. That's his CGI stunt double that he's actually made for me. So if you want to check him out, I'm just going to head over to his Twitter, because he actually, for my birthday, I just gotta find it now. I'll just jump onto his Twitter. Just bear with me, guys, because he actually made me an animation. I'll actually just pull that up so you can actually see it. So if you can see that on screen, this is 9A Films Twitter, and he's made me up a CGI stunt double running like the Flash. Looks pretty cool. Still weirds me out that I can see my face on it though. But yeah, by all means, guys, he does a lot of Flash recreations. So either check out his Twitter or you can check out 9A Films on YouTube. Just check him out. He's done a lot of Flash effects and he's just an awesome dude. I'll actually grab his Twitter handle and just pop it down in the chat if I can. There we go. Just bear with me. I've just got to pop out the chat. There we go, guys. So if you want to follow him on Twitter, by all means do that. So, sorry, I'm just going to say hello to everyone. Everyone said hello. Jaden, Tony, ARS Club, Hassan, Ultra Assassin, Kevin, Amir, Taylor, Don, Fahim, Ren the Hen, Awesome Sauce, Furious Madness, Alpha Toon, SDM Boys, Chaotic Spartan, Zip Official Channel, my teacher, Arthur, Zero Thunder, DC Comics, CTF, Calvin, Curtis, Ratin Mohan, Emil YT, How to Eat a Pork Chop, Share Anything, Andreas Toth, Sam03, Teen Gohan, and I think that's just about, and Lil Underwear. I think that's just about everyone there. And once again, guys, I'm going to apologize for the ridiculous amount of crap in the background. I just haven't had a chance to actually clean anything up. And yes, the Wicked Kid, I do remember you from Twitter. I'm glad you actually got to catch a stream. I did actually say Amir YT, so I did say hello. And Ultimate Phoenix says, hey, I made my first ever real project, which is a fan trailer for Elseworlds. Could you check it out? It would be awesome if you could react to it now. Post the link down in the chat and maybe we'll check it out, guy. Now, I did actually get, now, if anyone doesn't know, it was actually my birthday yesterday. So that was my 38th birthday. Yes, I'm old as hell. But my wife actually got me a set of Audio Technica studio monitor headphones, so I can actually listen to some stuff without blurring the crap out of her inside and outside. And this would be, I thought they'd be really good for the streams because I'm enjoying doing the streams and I want to make them better. And obviously, I don't want to be watching something and blaring it through the speakers here and into the microphone. So we'll check those. I've had a bit of a play with them and they're really good. Now, Tony, I have done a Venom voice effect. In fact, I'll go and look that one up right now. Now, that was purely with the procedural stuff in Audition. Venom voice effect. Okay.
We've been listening to what you want in your home and
get out of there, ad. Okay. So I'm just going to throw that down in the chat right now. I have done a Venom voice effect, but I would like to have another crack at that with the Ikram Plus Flux Audio. The Flux Audio Ikram Tracks V3 preset. Now, also, I've actually just also downloaded After Effects 2019. And let's just... now, the next effect that I want to do on Film Learnin, if I can bring up... Nope. Sorry. Sorry, for some reason, I've just got to work on that. For some reason, when I go into After Effects 2019, it's cutting off my audio. So, sorry, I'm just trying to catch up on the chat here. Let's see. Oh, just a couple of people saying happy birthday. Thank you very much. I'm going quite well. I'm glad that I fixed whatever that issue was. NDT Clips, one of our Film Learning sponsors, just stopping by to say hi. Get back to work, dude. You might get in trouble. Thanks for stopping by, dude. Trotsky Poop, fantastic name there, wants me to give a shout out to his friend Power Guido. So, hi to Power Guido there. Hello from Luxembourg, from Stratven27. Luxembourg, that's the first time I've heard of someone from there. And of course, our mainstay there, Technical Sword, is in the chat. And Pharaoh Films has shown up. Leviathan says happy birthday. Edward Morris, that is spelt incorrectly on purpose. It's not entertainment, it's edutainment, which is our combination of entertainment and education. That's what that's all about. So thank you very much to everyone who's saying happy birthday in the chat. I did have a really good day. I was hoping to stream, but yeah, we had that weird issue with, for some reason, YouTube unlisted my stream. So it had gone from being set to public as a default to set to unlisted. So yeah, when I came on board, no one was on, and I was just like, okay, nobody loves me. What did I do yesterday? pretty much just hung out with my family non-stop all day, and Dexter didn't sleep, so I was exhausted by the end of the day. I finished watching Gotham season 3 on Netflix. That show got so much better in the third season, because I gotta say, I wasn't a fan of it first season, and I wasn't a huge fan of it halfway through the second season, but then it suddenly just sort of switched gears and got way better. Yeah. Awesome Sauce. I haven't noticed much of a bump in channel growth after starting the live streams. I did notice a little bit of an uptick, but whether that's... I've really got to check out the analytics to see whether that's, the streams are a contributing factor, or it's just having a couple of tutorials that are doing well at the moment. It's hard to actually tell you that for sure, because the latest episode of Film Learnin, the Shazam transformation effect, is actually doing quite well. That's hitting around... It's going to hit 10,000 views today, just after a couple of days. And I've also noticed that my Venom voice tutorial is at around 70,000 views now. And we've also got the Insert Yourself into Deadpool 2 tutorial. That's done quite well in the last couple of weeks as well. Now, let me see if I can fix what's going on with the After Effects bit in OBS. Just bear with me, guys, because the sound might cut out. Okay. Alright. So everyone can hear me okay? I'm just going to bring the chat back in here. I've got to set up a second monitor so you guys can actually... I can read your chat in a separate window. So, this is After Effects 2019. And this is... and this is what I'm actually... Oh, God. Alright. Okay. We're all good. So this is the effect I'm probably going to do next. I just downloaded a crappy res trailer from YouTube. I'm trying to find a better version of this so I can really research it, but yeah, this is the one I'm going to go for in the next episode. If you watch this frame by frame, it looks terrible. Like, watch his mouth. So, yep. Look at that. Yeah. Even just going backwards and just seeing that. It looks really, really weird and unnatural, but I guess that's kind of the point. But this is, I think this is what we're going to do next. Because I think I can do that pretty well. So I'm just going to head back there. But yeah, that's going to be our next one, I think. Zip Official's going to head off, so thanks very much for popping by, dude. I don't know how much longer we're going to be on stream, but yeah, it really just depends on when Dexter wakes up. Because the last week or so, he's been waking up and then just wetting the bed, which sucks because then I have to go in there and change it, then I got to put him in a shower, and yeah. Technical Soul, we ate all the birthday cake. If you guys want to check out my Instagram, sorry, there we go. If you want to check out my Instagram there, I did actually post a picture of the cake. My wife bought us a piñata cake, which was, it was a cake with like sprinkles all the way around it, and when you cut into it, it was actually a rainbow cake, but inside of it, it had like an entire column of, I don't know if you guys have Smarties where you're from, or they're just kind of like M&Ms. They all just fall out. Like it was, yeah, it was stuffed with chocolate as well. Like it was a real diabetes cake, but it was very, very cool. Now, I've got a couple of things in here. The wicked kid wants to watch Venom so bad, but he's not 15. That sucks. I'll just say, you're not missing too much. It's an okay movie, but it's not fantastic. I had fun with it, but I'm not going to clamor out to see it again. Unless they do an unrated cut, then I will actually check it out again. Meki Ton says today is my birthday. Well, happy birthday, dude. Sir Cheese Knight. Let's just say a good hello and give him a 2 hearty thumbs up, because Sir Cheese Knight just joined us on Patreon. And yes, Smarties. Well, Smarties have been around in Australia since I was a kid. So, since the 80s. Now, Oh Dear said, could you do some tutorials with Particular and Element 3D? I'm probably going to do some more Particular tutorials. I don't know about Element 3D. Honestly, it's so much easier to use Cinema 4D. And if you're doing any kind of detailed work in Element 3D, you've already gone to a 3D program and produced that model. Most of the work that you see in Element 3D was not built in Element 3D, because you can't build a model in Element 3D. That's the biggest problem I have with it, is you can't build anything inside of it. And I get that that's the whole idea. It's a 3D render in After Effects, and it's essentially a particle replicator. But I don't use it because I've said this a couple of times on stream. I don't like the 3D lights in After Effects. I find them to be very unintuitive. I don't know whether that's changed in 2019. I haven't really checked out all the features. I've just got to do a little bit of research into what the new features in After Effects 2019. But I did download Audition 2019, Premiere Pro 2019, and After Effects 2019. Now, just how much did I invest in my studio? Oh, that's a loaded question because it kind of never ends. To build the studio itself was over $10,000. And after that, probably, you could easily just add another $20,000 on top of that, and maybe more, just to kit everything out. But that's over a period of years. Experimental Generation has said US or Australian. Well, I'm Australian, if that's what you're asking. Grant, you said you'd react to my first ever fan trailer. It keeps getting blocked, so can you go to my channel? It's the very latest video. Now, I don't know if I can actually go to your channel by clicking on your name. No, I can't, dude. Would you be able to put your name, the link to either your channel or your video in the chat there? Teen Gohan, I've never seen a Martian Manhunter Morph Effect. I'm assuming that's in Supergirl. I haven't watched Supergirl for a very long time. Tony's off. That's okay. If you can't stay longer, dude, I might do another stream later today. So check that out if you can. But thanks for coming. Oh, Australian dollars. Yeah. Okay, so he's saying that the video, the link to the video keeps getting blocked. Okay, I get that. All right, let's just quickly go here and say Ultimate Phoenix. Ah, there you are. Oh. Okay, there's quite a few videos here. Ah, there it is, Elseworlds trailer. Now, guys, I might just bear with me. If I hit 5, that'll bring that up. So you can see, you can clearly see that I've been researching a few Venom things. That's just me looking at my Venom voice effect, though. But yeah, I'm trying to get a decent copy of this thing. The thing that I'm trying to do in After Effects with Venom. But I'll close a few of these down, and I'll just get rid of the bookmarks toolbar so we can see this. Now, I might have to plug in my headphones so I'm not blaring this out to you. So let's just check this out.
Superpowers or not, you are Earth's mightiest hero.
I will just point out one thing. This is more of a compilation than an actual trailer, I'd have to say. Because that's what it honestly feels like. It just feels like a compilation of a whole bunch of clips. I'm not actually getting an Elseworlds vibe from it, and I'm not getting a vibe that this is actually presenting a consistent narrative. I'm getting that you're trying to make a trailer for like the whole Arrowverse sort of thing, but the biggest takeaway from the editing here is that it just feels like a lot of cobbled together clips with not any context. Because I can see it's cutting in between seasons, and it's cutting in between shows, and it's also cutting in between resolutions, and you can actually hear some abrupt cuts in the music, and that's kind of taken me out of it a little bit. It's a good compilation of things, but I'm not getting a big trailer vibe from it. No, I know there's no scenes from Elseworlds, obviously, because they're still in the middle of shooting it. But that would be my my biggest bit of constructive feedback is that when you're editing these things, you've got to keep at least consistent music. You can, by all means, use a whole bunch of clips from shows, but just try to keep the resolution the same if you can. Obviously, you can't in some sort of situations, but when you can hear abrupt cuts in the audio, that's a hard thing to work on. But look, it's a good first step. Like this, like you said, it's your first ever fan trailer. But I'd say the biggest takeaway you could have from us just watching it here is that at least have consistent music across the entire thing. Because when you're taking clips from shows, obviously, you just need to be aware that the moment you can hear that sort of cut in the audio, you just sort of, it's a hard thing. If you're not putting like an abrupt sort of sound effect there, that's going to affect people's way they watch it, because they might go, oh, geez, that's a really abrupt cut there. So the smoother you can make it, all the better. And I'd probably take out any of the stills, because they don't really help the flow. It really is quite, like I said, abrupt. So my best advice is just to watch as many trailers as you can, especially ones that they've done for the Flash and the Arrowverse. So do those. Watch as many as you can and just see the way they construct them. And then try to tailor make your fan-made trailer to ape that. For one, throw some text in there if you can. I'm just going to catch up on the chat now. Okay. Can I just address technical sword for a second there? I'm not ignoring anyone. I'm actually talking and not reviewing the chat. Clearly that's what I'm doing right now. Now, I'm just going to... yes, Madison Fox. Hero Golem did give me his model to have a bit of a play with. And Sir Cheese Knight's off, so thanks very much for showing up to the stream, dude. I'm just going to cut back to camera 1 here. I'm just going to quickly check out the monitor and just see if Dexter's up, just really quickly. No, Ultimate Phoenix is off. He's just gonna go eat now. Yes, I'll see you in the next stream, dude. Sorry if my my feedback wasn't that cogent, because I'm a bit tired at the moment. If you like, just hit me up with an email or hit me up on Twitter, and I'll go through some points with you, just so we can better improve your next trailer. Okay, so Hugh Parker said, can you teach us how to use Mocha and to track actors' faces to distort their appearance? We might be doing something like that, because I want to actually tackle that face morph effect from season 4 of The Flash, because I actually like that one where Dibney turns into oh god, what was his name? The Thinker. Yeah. Okay, so someone's saying Harry Potter effects. People have been saying Harry Potter effects for years. I've just got to fit them in to my schedule, honestly. Excuse me. When are we getting the Firestorm merge effect? The moment I can figure out how to do that in not Fume Effects, Turbulence 4D. Zero Zero Thunder says, dude, I'm 14 and I want to get into film and visual effects. Do you have any tips for someone like me? Just my advice to anyone who says they want to get into filmmaking and visual effects is just learn by doing and just shoot a whole bunch of stuff. Doesn't matter if it's good or it's bad. Just produce content and you will get better. Chris Fernandez has joined the stream. Hey dude, how's it going? Awesome Sources said, would love to know how to rotoscope with Mocha, as the roto brush gives me bad results, or I'm just bad with it. No, the roto brush, I don't know what they've improved it in 2019, but I cannot stand the roto brush because it is so inconsistent frame by frame. Like, you always get that jittery, like this going along your roto. It's so crazily inaccurate. The Refine Edge Mat helps with that, and there's a great tutorial on the Refine Edge Mat. Even if you just type in Roto Tool tutorial, you might find it. But that's still not great, because he's like rotoing out an afro, but she's barely moving. The moment she moves, that roto is just going to go pfft, like he does a couple of frames, which is great for a still. But yeah, the moment you're starting to do any kind of detail work, or the moment that person moves or goes more than a few frames, that roto is going to fall apart. Rateen Mohan says, love from India, please shout out. Anyone who's leaving the stream now, thanks for coming by. Sorry, I'm just catching up on everything. Zealous TV says, if you say my name, I'll do a card trick on you. Madison Fox, I am planning on doing some flash effects in Cinema 4D. I've just got to get around to it. Vele says, I could fall asleep to your voice. It's so soothing. This is my morning voice, so you can hear it has a bit of a baritone to it. Then again, if I don't have to, I could go an entire day without speaking. Outside of the studio and the confines of Film Learnin, I don't talk all that much. Good evening, Benjamin says. Good morning, more like it. It is 7:38 a.m. here, but good evening to you. Jake Callanish with the super chat. Thank you very much, dude. He says Fallout 76. I have never played a Fallout game. I hate to tell you. Crimson Wrens has joined the chat. He says, my doggos seem so relaxed together. They're hypo when they go for a walk. Which is, I can barely walk them anymore because anytime I walk them, my knee is completely shot. Because they pull and that's why we take them to the dog park now. So we just let them go and they can run and get all that out of their system. But they love playing with Dexter, and they're very gentle with him. AKA Universe says, isn't not speaking for a whole day dangerous? No, not at all. Dude, usually I will come out here, and if I'm not shooting on Film Learnin, I will just work on my effects and be almost completely silent. But, my voice is feeling, it's feeling quite low today. I don't know what's going on. It's quite deep. I'm getting my venom on. Now, Mr. Rosen says, when did you start doing effects? Oof. 2002, maybe? 2001? Aztec Corp, no, I have not played Fortnite at all. I don't think I've even seen a single frame of Fortnite. DC Marvel United said, "Hey, great channel." I've heard good things about the Fallout games, and my older brother, plays quite a lot of games, but he also doesn't do sort of this in his spare time either. But he does enjoy the Fallout games. And I'll just say to Justin, I haven't seen anything of Dragon Ball Z Super, so I don't know much about what the Ultra Instinct effect is. Do I have any tips for beginners? Watch as many tutorials as humanly possible. Take it all in and practice what you're actually watching as much as you can. Scarlet Speeder says, do you play Crash Bandicoot? I played the PS1 Crash Bandicoot games. That's pretty much it. Benjamin Lauritz says, is YouTube your full-time job? I'd say it's more of a part-time job. At the moment, looking after Dexter is my full-time job. So I am a stay-at-home house dad. And of course, Technical Sword has spam in the chat yet again. Dude, it's okay to comment just once. Seriously. Tristan says, hey, idea, could you remove the face from the flash model to make the suit look empty, convert it into a cloth material, manipulate the scale and gravity? Well, I don't think you really need to do that. You wouldn't need to remove the face from the flash model. You just delete that part of the model. I'm not sure how I'm going to go about doing the flash ring effect. I have sort of a half idea that you wouldn't have to so much do that. You wouldn't even have to make it a material, I think. Like Crimson Wren says, you could easily use deformers inside Cinema 4D to make the ring, make the flash suit just crumple up on itself. Jinx PTV says, what's cracking, Big G? The only thing cracking around here is my ass. Giga Shah, one of our Film Learnin sponsors, has dropped by to say hi. Well, how's it going, dude? Sounds like Dexter's waking up at the moment, guys. Oh, Mr. Rosen says, what is the hardest effect you have done? From just a technical standpoint of developing it, probably the flash breach effect, because it took ages to build that, and I'm still not happy with it. Vili says coffee or tea. Definitely coffee. What does tea do for you? Besides, you know. Yeah, I gotta say coffee. Mahmoud is coming in from Lebanon. Wow. I'll just say, Technical Sword, I don't think you're disturbing me, but every time you're on one of our chats, people keep telling you to stop spamming the chat, because you only have to say something once. Everyone's trying to ask questions as well as you. So that's why people are saying stuff, because you're putting the same comment over and over and over. That's all, dude. Chris Fernandez saying, dude, you look so tired. I'm a perpetual state of tiredness, dude. And we stayed up quite late last night to finish watching Gotham Season 3. Benjamin asked, do I like rock/metal? Some of it. I can't say that I've watched a lot of... I haven't listened to a lot of music lately. Gallivant Is that Theo Gallen? No, I'm just kidding. What's my favorite scene from any Christopher Nolan film? That's actually a pretty good question. Good question. Let's think about it. That's really quite a hard question to answer. Oh, God. Let's just think about his movies. I'm going to discount Interstellar, and I'm going to discount Dunkirk because I didn't care for either of those movies. Just on a pure technical standpoint, I'd have to say probably the hallway scene in Inception. Just the third act of Inception is a masterclass on editing multiple threads at the same time. So let's just go with that. I love the fact that they built that hallway practically as well. I've seen a couple of the Arrowverse crossover set photos just floating around on Twitter. Chris Fernandez says, how do you balance life, work, running this entity here, looking after a family and doing stuff like meeting mates? It's a hard thing to balance, but the easiest thing you can do is just divorce them all into parts. For example, I'll get up at 6 a.m. and I'll work on Film Learnin stuff. And the moment Dexter wakes up, it's done. If he goes to sleep during the day, I will work on it. But it's sort of compartmentalized. Will I think about it and will I answer stuff on my phone? Sure. But realistically, you've got to divorce these parts into their own entities. So you work on this for a certain amount of time, then you're doing this, and then you're doing that. So you pretty much just have to set them up as their own entities. So that part of your life is over there, and you try as best you can not to let them bleed into your other parts. That's the best advice I can give with that, because otherwise you'll just drive yourself mad trying to juggle all these things in the air at the same time. Does it make you tired keeping them all in separate parts? Yeah, but it's the only way I'm able to do them. Hugh Parker says, if a baby is born in Australia, but when he's 2 years old, he goes to the USA, where do his teeth grow? I can answer that. By the time your baby is 2, they have all their teeth. Just about. There's some big teeth in the back there that don't quite come through yet, but they've already got their teeth. Some babies have their teeth at 8 weeks old, like they actually have teeth. And some babies are actually born with teeth already there. It's freaky. Okay, I'm just going to answer this last one with technical. So it says, if I am your mad fan, so what do I need to do? I don't really have an answer to that question, dude. The only thing that people don't want you to do is constantly spam your questions in the chat. You can ask them once, and if I see them, I will answer them. But constantly copying them and pasting them, it's just annoying people in the chat, that's all. And yes, Matthias, there will be a new flash ring effect tutorial. I might actually have a little bit of a chat with Crimson Wrens because he has an awesome flash suit. But what I was planning on doing is just inserting something, like a t-shirt maybe, into the flash ring so everyone can actually, do this on their own. So if we put a t-shirt inside the flash ring, then we can just pop that out, and if we can texture the t-shirt with anything that you guys can use, like you can just go, okay, you have this t-shirt, and we can put that pattern on that 3D t-shirt, I think that's something that everyone will be able to use. So maybe I'll talk with Rans and we'll get something going there. Because he is a Cinema 4D doyen, and he's much better at it than me. Now, Furious Madness, when are you uploading the Venom tutorial? The moment I finish it, I'll upload it. I don't know if I'm going to get an episode of Film Learnin out this week because I'm trying to review the 100k short film competition entries, and I've got an absolute crap load of them to look over and approve. Malik Studios just said, what do you think of the Barry Allen Green Arrow? I've seen a still of it. I will not be convinced whatsoever until I actually see it in action. Wicked Kid said, can you do the hologram effect from when Nora shows a newspaper from 2049 on her gauntlet? Maybe. I had a lot of people asking me for the, hang on. Wouldn't be a stream without a burp. I didn't think it was that special an effect. It's really just it looks like like the same sort of hologram that that we did with the Cisco hologram effect. It's really quite an easy effect to do. It just looks like a lowered opacity still, really. AK in Universe, would you be able to ask the question again? Because I'm more than happy to answer it. Let's see. RobCam Video says, have you had any chance to make an audio tutorial for characters with helmets? Not really. I don't think I've done any in-helmet effects. It's really not that hard to do. I mean, the last one that I made with my last Ant-Man effect was pretty easy. I just put the Ant-Man helmet on. And that was just a crappy party helmet. AK Universe, I don't have a Discord server. That's probably why I can't give you a link to it. Hey Grant, can you do the blink portal effect from X-Men Days of Future Past, please? I haven't really thought about doing that. I've seen a few blink portal effects online. There's one really good one that was actually made in 3D. But I haven't really thought about doing it. And yes, Flash Rules, I did hear about the Iron Fist and Luke Cage cancelling. I completely understand why Iron Fist was cancelled. But I don't understand why Luke Cage was cancelled, because that second season was brilliant. But I honestly think it's got something to do with Disney starting their own online streaming service. So I think we're going to see the migration of the Netflix series to that streaming service, possibly. But then Iron Fist had a really bad first season. And I think that stopped a lot of people from watching the second season. But I don't understand the correlation between cancelling Iron Fist and cancelling Luke Cage. So we'll just have to see whether Jessica Jones gets cancelled and see whether Daredevil gets cancelled after season 3. Accelerated Wolf says, hey Grant, it's been a while, but I've been sub since 10k. Awesome. Good to hear. Hard to believe that only a couple of years ago it was 10k, and a year before that it was like 100. Sorry, I'm just reading a few things, guys. I'm probably going to head off soon. I can't see whether that boy is awake or not because the monitor's gone dark because there's too much light in the room. So it's on like a night vision thing. EDFP says, do you think it's possible to do the disintegration effect from Infinity War in CC particle world? I wouldn't want to try it. I really wouldn't want to try it. Awesome Source says, could you do a live stream with just Doug? That would be hilarious. I'm not saying that Doug isn't actually a puppet and he's not a real boy, but that would be very, very uncomfortable doing an entire stream like that. For Doug, of course. I haven't seen anything from Titans, so I can't tell you about that Furious Madness. I haven't seen that transformation effect at all. Guys, when I come back on another stream, probably later today, I will show you the Venom rig in action. But at the moment, I haven't got OBS set up to display Cinema 4D. So I can't quite do that. Yeah, if you check the stream, if you check the last stream, Flash Rules, the one with this the Spider-Man thumbnail, you'll see that I do have a working Venom model from a nice fella called Hero Golem 3D. You can check him out on Twitter as well as Instagram. And yeah, I showed the model in action. And it's very, very, very cool. Awesome Source says I need to check out Titans. It's actually quite good. It's just another one of those things that I have to check out. Would it be possible to do the effect from MM1 where Yellow Jacket does the shrink ray and it turns that guy into just that splat of blood? Probably. It sounds like a pretty easy effect to do. We could essentially just cut a piece of fat off some steak or something like that. Or just chew up a gummy bear and... But essentially it would be the same sort of shrinking effect, I think. So it wouldn't be much different. But yeah, you could totally replace like a small guy, like the shrunken down effect, with just like a chewed up gummy bear or a gummy worm or something like that. That'd get you the same sort of consistency as that disgusting ooze that was like a booger. It was ended up being on the floor in Ant-Man. Furious Madness says, my name is David. Can I get a shout out to brag to my friends? By the way, I love the channel. Shout out incoming. Big shout out to Furious Madness. I've still got to get better at shout outs. Could I do a Colossus arm effect? I am working on a ghost effect at the moment. I'm trying to make it a template so that you guys can just drop your footage in certain parts in the comp and it will just work. Rather than going through the complexity of, building the effect out. I thought that would make things a lot easier. Yeah, guys, I'm just going to check that monitor and see if Dexter's up. He didn't sleep. He didn't have a nap yesterday and the day before, so I'm expecting him to sleep a little bit longer. But I'm just going to check that out. Well, sorry, I cannot see anything that's happening in that monitor, so I will end the stream soon. Ralph. There we go. Nice Ralph for everyone. Luca Blyett says, do you like EDM? I'm assuming that that's dance music? If so, no. Okay, he is awake. Alright. Guys, I'm going to put a cap on this right now because I don't want him to wet his bed, because that has been happening. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to jump off stream, and when he's asleep later in the afternoon, I will jump back on and show you off a little bit of the Venom model and the effect I'm working on for the next episode of Film Learnin. But for now, guys, Wicked Kid says, can you read my last comment? Well, that was your last comment. Sorry, guys. I will be back on stream later on, but you can hear he's talking, and I don't know what he's saying at the moment. But thanks for everyone that coming out. Make sure you enjoy the rest of your day or your night. And until I see you again, keep learning.